Breaking news. We bring you this broadcast because something big is happening.
How big are we talking?
Yes, we are here and the storm has arrived. It's massive. It's big.
No, Abby. It's the 100k prize pot to be won.
Final one standings, 100k prize pot, and you can win a share of it.
Well, yeah, that is big.
That's right, Flex. The deadline for this is December the 20th at 3 p.m. It's free to play. It's 18 plus. It's UK and Ireland only. Always gamble responsibly. T's and C's apply. That's all from us in the studio.
100k is up for grabs.
Abby needs to sort her hair out.
Looking rough. Storm's got to her.
So rude.
Yes, guys. Good afternoon. Welcome back to DR Sports for another weekend roundup with myself. We've got the one and only Marty. He's in the building.
You always ruin it.
One day Matisse is actually going to kill you.
No,
Ruined
that's
it.
right.
Just
It
ruined it.
It comes from a place of love.
Don't
So
even
I
do
love
the rest of
boy.
the intro. Robbie, take over, man.
No, we got Robbie, right? Fresh from missing last week's show. So is there a delayed
We found
cooking?
him.
Is there a delayed cooking? We will find out. We've also got Abby and Nick slotting in there.
Yes,
Flex
sir.
as well
I'm
today.
slotting.
Nick slots in today to the show. Before we get into it, that was a lovely little piece there, reminding you guys that this week, Saturday, 3 p.m. is the deadline for the 100k boosted jackpot, right? On the final one standing. You guys know how it works by now. The big winners, Rob, the 500k, the 200k, starting to get very close.
Yeah.
Very close indeed for some big winners being paid out there. But like I said, 100 grand, right? Your deadline is Saturday, 3 p.m. So if you forgot to enter or you got eliminated last week, don't worry. You can give it another go this week with the boosted jackpot. And even if you are still in the other big prize pots, you can enter this one as well. So make sure, because we are playing, we're going to be discussing our picks during the show. And obviously, we want to see who goes the furthest, because there's a lot of talk around this table. But let's actually see who ends up with a bit of cash, right? And with this deadline, the first match doesn't count, right? So you cannot pick Newcastle or Chelsea this week, but it means that you can just save them for later. So to enter, download the app. We've got the QR code on the screen for you. Hit the link below or search the William Hill in the App Store, right?
Did you see the people that I was looking at this morning? They've got 460 people left in the
Mad.
500k one.
Mad.
52 people
unbelievable.
standing in the 50k, and in the other 50k one, 33 people. 131 people in the 200k.
Should be me.
21 people left in the 20k one. 42 in the other 21k. And 149 people in the 50k.
Insane.
I mean, if you add that all up,
Insane.
we're giving away £1 million near enough.
Oh.
Yeah.
Plus
Somebody
this up extra.
going to get that before Christmas.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a
true.
nice
Imagine that.
Christmas
Yeah, it's true.
present. Cash.
So as you
I no longer use that word cash.
Matty
you must.
cash.
Completely free to play, 18 plus, UK and Ireland only. Always gamble responsibly. And as you know, if you want to see the T's and C's, they're also below as well. Right, where do we start? Where do we start with this one? I think it's only right we go with the league leaders, Arsenal. Who, it was actually Wolves 3, Arsenal 0 in that game, if you think about it, right? Wolves scored 3 goals, Arsenal didn't score any.
Basically,
Basically a
sorry,
big win
I
for
just need
for
to get this
Wolves.
off my chest. I can't wait for Wolves to get relegated. They're a
Ooh.
pathetic institution. 2 own goals. 2.
Yeah.
Good
No,
finishes
I-
as well.
To be fair,
I actually, doing what they did on Saturday night, they've robbed us of what should have been a glorious Monday morning. Manchester City would be level.
That'd still
on
be
points.
glorious.
It would still be glorious. And they've robbed us of that because
Yeah.
they've given you 2 gifts. And I can't wait till they're in the Championship. I hope they never return.
Wow.
You may continue now.
Okay.
Points.
pretty-
They'll be getting
Rob
relegated, I'm
Edwards-
sure.
That was very tight. I hope
Pretty
they get
evil,
relegated.
But Rob, I'm looking at the
Very
stats,
tight.
right? There was no shot on target for Arsenal until the 70th minute. XG of 1. In the end, you did end up with 16 shots compared to their 3, 2 shots on target, but you didn't score any goals. But do you care about that one jot?
well, look, in the grand scheme of things, no. Because there's 3 points, you know what I mean? And especially when you see the results from yesterday's games, you have to win that game. It's a must-win game, and it's all about the 3 points. But the performance was very poor from Arsenal. There's no getting away from that. It was I almost feel like there was a bit of complacency from the Arsenal players. Not strictly like I'm saying they were, just maybe psychologically in their head, they're going into it, they're thinking Wolves. What Wolves did, they play completely different to what they did against United, where they opened up and came at United and got picked off and absolutely destroyed. Against us, they were very well disciplined, and they count themselves very unlucky not to get a draw. That's the truth of the matter. And you know, we were very poor in the game, and we got away with it. That's all I can say. We got away with it. And I keep saying this, right? We were doing the Starting 11 show. I remember I saw you, Abby, and we were all thinking, when we did our predictions, I predicted 3-0. There was a 5-0 prediction. And there was a guy in the comments. I keep remembering it as clear as day, because it was like one of the last comments I read. And he said, guys, you're all predicting all these big scores, but he goes, a couple of weeks ago, they played Villa. At Villa Park, they were very unlucky to lose by 1-0. And I was like, shit, I remember watching that game. Man. And I remember they had a goal disallowed. They hit the bar and they played very, very well. It was only a screamer, I think, from Kamara. They got me, and I was like, even I was walking to the stadium, I was going, boy, yeah, man, I've got what, 3s, 4s, 5s, man.
Yeah.
These men. And then when the first half finished,
0-0.
And how poor we'd been, no shots, didn't look like scoring. I started to feel a little worried, man. I started being like, if we don't step this up in the second half, we could be in problems there. And we stepped it up in the second half. We did step it up in the second half, but they defended really, really well. They were deep. They had this pace on the counter-attack with that Wanyi Chan, who played really well. And we got away with it, man. We got away with it. Big up to Saka, who I thought was brilliant on the day. He was the one. He was the threat. He's putting crosses in. He was beating his man. It was really him who carried the threat. There was so many players that were lackluster. And we can't talk about injuries in this game because it's quite a strong team.
It was
we put
very
out.
strong.
Saliba was back. You know what I mean? We had a strong back four. Trossard was back on the bench. So we just did not perform.
Is there anything in the last couple of weeks that we can take confidence in, that we can take to the rest of the season in terms of concerns
100%.
that you may have about
I
the
know
team?
you would take confidence in. Listen, what I'd say is that the last couple of weeks we ain't played well. It's been a bit of a blip in Arsenal. I mean, last minute defeat against Villa.
Hold. Hold. Cash.
Cash.
Jesus.
All right, chill out. You know what I mean?
Well, I haven't seen you. How about
I haven't seen. I didn't
This is
see
only
you.
right.
I hadn't seen you for the Mo Salah debacle. You know what I mean? When
was here, mate,
when
holding it
Liverpool
down.
when Liverpool imploded.
You shouldn't have run away then.
Yeah? And I didn't run away. You lot know. I had to go and do that interview with Arsene Wenger.
I didn't know.
Really
Just
good.
Arsene Wenger.
And
Josh,
you
there's
and
one
you-
person
little
that
Arsenal.
you leave
Yeah.
this for,
and
it's
then
probably
you lot
this.
as well, you're a disgrace because I did tell you. I told you that I'm
didn't.
going to do
You
it, but I
told-
couldn't
you
really
told
say
Mark.
much.
I knew.
You
Right?
told Mark. You
I
didn't
told
tell
you
me.
as well.
No, didn't.
And they're spreading propaganda on the show that Monday about things.
He did not tell me. Don't fall for these lies. He told Matisse. He never told me. He
And
never
I didn't
told
tell the
Flex,
rest
he never
of
told
them.
AGT.
I did tell him. I told you as well.
I think you
told
said I've got something to do, but I can't tell you what it is.
I've got to go to Abu Dhabi. I
But
told
that's
you.
not good
that-
enough at the time, is it? I need.
Nah,
I
you
need
lot knew I
names.
weren't going to be here, man.
I need how much you got paid. I need.
Right? But listen. What can you take away from it? What you can take away from it is that Arsenal, we had a game like this a couple of seasons ago against Southampton.
Yeah.
Same
3-3.
game. Yeah. I remember going
Great
to that game. Everybody was like, 3s, 4s, 5s. Same thing.
Yeah.
Right? And it ended up being a draw. The only positive I take from the Saturday one is that it weren't a draw. We won it. We turned it around. And we do see this. You know, I mean, you do see teams that, you're going for a title, you're not on it, but it's about getting the 3 points.
Yeah.
The only positive from the game is the 3 points. The performance weren't good enough. We were very lucky.
Would
Yeah.
you make
They played
of,
very well.
What do you make of the accusations that you only come on when Arsenal win?
when we win.
Well, just in the chat there, that's what they're
I
all
was
saying.
here when we lost to Liverpool,
You were?
right?
Yeah.
And
You
we've
here
only
for
lost
the
twice
draw?
this season. So that's not a very fair assumption.
Were
is
you
it?
here for the draw, Sunderland?
Huh?
For the draw,
No, but that
Sunderland?
would have lost, was it?
Yeah, but for the draw.
Yeah.
Draw
Draw's
still
good
draws
enough.
points.
I was
Still
here. I
draws
was
points.
here. I was
You
here.
was here.
when
Ah,
we
cool,
took
To
it.
be
cool.
fair
Fair,
to
fair,
Robbie,
fair.
he's
I'm
here every single season, and Arsenal never win anything.
That is
True.
true.
Exactly.
So it's not like he's
That is
not.
true.
Listen,
What is he ducking, really?
I get the biggest cookings of all, right? Like my first game lost, like second game lost, right? Last week Friday on Best of Enemies, they turn up, they get all these special things done.
It's only
guns,
right.
This, that,
Yeah.
right?
That's right,
I've seen
though.
that.
I remember when we lost the league, they hired a Rolls Royce.
Yeah, it was jokes.
That was
It
brilliant.
was down the
iconic.
stadium.
Music
and that,
video.
right?
Oh,
Yeah, music
brilliant.
video.
Oh.
Right?
Been 20 years.
Oh,
Yeah. You remember the
Ain't
song?
winning
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Let me tell you something. If
Big
If
fish
we're
to
ever
fry.
to win it, I will have my revenge.
You
But
gotta do a music
I
video.
have
You literally
turned
rolled
up-
out a tractor on X.
That was mad.
That was
that
mad.
was a
For
fact.
losing
Then he
teams.
ran him
they-
over.
To be
They-
fair, best
they-
cooking DJ AG. That was my
Yeah.
favourite
Yeah,
actually.
that was
That
good.
was jokes.
That's what I'm saying. I'll hardly lose games. I'll have like 4 losses.
This
in
sounds
the season.
like me last year.
Every single one
All
is
right,
an
settle down.
epic cooking.
Yeah, it has to be.
But I'm telling that expressions, man. I'm telling you, I'm coming for you on Friday. He told me that Nottingham Forest. Well, I
Oh,
know we
yeah.
even got to that section.
Yeah, we'll get
yeah,
onto
He
that.
we're
said
gonna
that
get
was
to
his
that.
new derby.
Yeah.
He said he's got
And
2
derby.
derbies now. He said he's got the North London derby and when they played Forest
Forest.
because of what they did with the Gibbs White.
Marinakis.
Was that
And
before
obviously
or after
former
the crash
managers
out?
have been there as well.
Was that
Nuno
before or
and
after?
Ange.
But going back to our game, really poor.
How do you sum up a certain Honey G's performance?
Oh, we not told you that that's what we were calling
Honey
him.
G?
Honey G.
Vicky
yeah.
G? Honey
You
G?
know-
Oh, Gyokeres.
Yeah,
Glock-
Oh,
we
no.
don't- we
Gyokeres.
don't call him Glock.
Yeah.
'cause
Oh, no,
he's
I
Honey
think,
G.
Yeah, but it's Glock
Because
because
right
it's
now,
jammed.
Robbie,
Gun's been jammed all
Robbie,
season. mate.
right now you
Google
got
Honey G
Mikel
comments
Merino.
actor.
No.
Google Honey G.
You got Mikel Merino, who's in really good form this season.
Should have played him.
Havertz is injured, so he's not even had the opportunity to go up against Gyokeres. And Jesus, he's part of the best front line Arsenal in terms of in sync and
Yeah.
fluidity when Martinelli
your
and Saka.
strike-
So
that's your striker.
there's chemistry there.
That's your striker.
Do you not
Who's
remember
that
Honey
guy?
G?
Remember
H
we
to
talked
the O
about
to the
it?
N to the E to the Y
Is
to the
there-
G is Honey G.
Is there a possibility at any point this season Gyokeres could find himself 4th choice?
Yes.
Listen,
That's
I
third
I
at
think
least.
Third
I
at
think
least,
there's
yeah.
2 problems here, right? Number one
He could
is
take the Timber bands off.
needs to perform better, but also we need to play more to his strengths. I really do feel you'll
What
see
is his strength?
his strengths is get the ball into him early, get the ball into him behind. We did not do that. There was only one time we did that on Saturday when Trossard came on, played the ball into him early, done a brilliant little turn and nearly scored. Remember that, right? But apart from that, the amount of times both Eze and Odegaard when he came on got the ball, the guy made the run and they didn't pass it to him. And even the manager said at the end of the game, they've got to start finding the guy. He's making the runs. Give him a chance. Give him a chance to even fail. If you don't give him the ball, especially when teams are playing like a real... I say the other thing is
Why
that
won't they give him the ball though? Why don't they? Why
Do they
don't they
trust
want
him?
to?
I just think we've been so used to playing a certain style of play with certain type of attacking forwards where they drop deep. They're always part of the link up and that they're just not used to playing with him. And
His hair looks
we
good, though.
have to learn to
That's a plus.
adjust to him. Well, yeah, bro, you got Isak here. He's been worse.
We'll get to him, don't worry.
No.
Honey G we're talking
You never
about
know.
now.
You haven't got a nickname for Isak, have you? You haven't got to
I
him.
suck.
This
yeah.
guy here, the shots. I ain't seen
don't
none.
deflect, don't deflect.
Yeah.
'cause we'll get
No,
on
no,
that
you're the
later.
one that you came in with.
No,
You're the one that
but we're
came in
still
with
on
fire.
Arsenal, aren't we?
But
We're
anyway,
still on.
as I said, we need more from Gyokeres. Listen,
Yeah.
ultimately, when you've been signed as a striker, people want goals. They don't want to hear about hold up play. They don't want to hear about this, that, all those things. They want to see goals. But I do want to see our players give him more of a chance. Let him get 3 chances in a game, and if he misses 3, then we can criticise him. At the moment, he's not getting anything.
You know what, like, and I feel like I said this to you. I feel like on one of the first few times I was on here, but you signed the wrong striker. Arsenal signed the wrong striker. This whole thing of like
Should've got
playing
Ekitike.
to the striker, I don't get that because
Why not?
Because if Arteta's been building and it's working, it's progressing, it's getting better. This style of play that you're doing, which is a bit more slow, it's a bit more tight spaces and moving the ball around. If that works, why did you sign a
But
striker?
what about when and I'm not saying he's anywhere near as good as this player, but when City, they had a way of playing for years and years and years.
struggled at first
and they
with
bought Haaland in,
trade-off.
different,
and they had to.
different ball game, man.
When
Earning
that
is-
guy,
You brought in a guy
that
with
guy's
a-
got
No,
17 Premier League goals this season. He's going to hit 20
a
probably
freak.
before the end of the year.
Which
Yeah.
is ridiculous.
Gyokeres. is
I'm not saying
it's not the
Gyokeres.
same. It's not the same.
No,
Yeah,
we're not
yeah,
saying
yeah.
Gyokeres is the
trade-off
same,
isn't there.
right? Nowhere near as right. But you brought in a guy with an excellent goal scoring record, and you know what he does. You have to give him a chance to play to his strengths.
I asked an Arsenal fan a few weeks ago. I said, "Would you still pick the same profile of striker? Would you still pick the same profile, or do you think that
If the window
maybe
was
if
here again.
if we go back in time and you knew what you knew now, would you still pick the same
I
profile?
still want to. Yeah, I'm still going to give this guy a chance.
Okay.
I still want to see, what he can do between now and the end of the season. I still, he's taken a while to hit the ground running. That the injury that he suffered when he was starting to look good. Didn't help.
Do you
But
think
we
that,
have to give him a chance.
Do you think that Mikel Arteta will opt back for Kai Havertz or Gabriel Jesus instead?
Kai Havertz,
should.
I think so.
Kai
Havertz. I think.
Havertz.
He
Kai
starts.
Havertz. We were saying this morning, when is he even coming back? You know what I mean? He's not even played. Now, he's barely played this year.
Yeah.
So what type of Kai Havertz is going to come out? Gyokeres will still get a lot of games. Yeah. Jesus, they're still going to have to manage Jesus. Jesus is going to be a moments guy for the next 6 weeks at least, until he builds back his strength. So, but
Jesus, by the way, is shameless.
Celebrating
He
the goal.
ran off like that was his goal.
Joke.
To the point where when I saw
no,
it,
he didn't.
I think
Stop
he did
it.
a little bit. He
Propaganda.
did a little bit.
He didn't because he ran off and he was sort of saying to
Yeah,
the
you
fans,
could tell.
I didn't
Was
header
he?
it.
If
Cool.
it
Fair,
was his
fair,
goal,
fair.
he would have gone ballistic.
Great header.
Yeah.
Because that's his first goal back
Yeah,
after being
he
injured
didn't
for
claim
years.
it.
He would have
Fair.
gone mad.
You
He
say
didn't
you
go
hate
mad.
it.
He didn't go
Fair.
mad.
He was
Fair.
a flex.
Nah, he did.
He tried it. He tried
He
it.
didn't
He
go
tried
mad.
it.
He ran off.
He
but
thought about it.
For a
He
last
did.
minute
thought
winner,
about it
he
when
was
the
very
players-
reserved.
But when the players came, he's sort of like, nah. You can
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
like you're saying, it weren't
Could
me,
I
though.
could I
didn't
just
touch
ask
it.
you one more probing question? So obviously there was this conversation earlier on in the season about how good defensively you are. You on track to beat Chelsea's 15 goal
Yeah, there's 5 goals
record.
away.
They're
Yeah.
5 goals
Still
away
time.
from
That's
that
gone.
now.
That's
So
gone.
I said we
you've
were gonna beat
conceded
that,
10. So from a team that's so good defensively, what's going
And
on?
don't say injuries.
What's Saliba's back?
Of course, injuries have played up.
Oh no, we don't allow you to use that excuse. If I remind you didn't let me, so no.
That is
Listen,
true, Rob.
of course, if you ask me a sensible question, right?
That was a
of course,
sensible question.
Injuries. When you got you've had a steady, literally since Gabriel's gone out. Like we've just every week is a different back four, every single week, right? So that's obviously going to bring some problems in defence. We haven't conceded. It ain't like we conceded loads of goals, but yes, we haven't been as solid defensively. I mean, the goal that they scored, Wolves, was a brilliant goal, by the way. But maybe the defender could have got in front of. I don't know. It's a difficult one, but yeah, I think that's the inconsistency of not being able to pick a consistent, back four has led to us being not as solid defensively as we were.
They got him behind you a few times as well. Who was it that ran in behind in the first half? Someone running behind.
There was that
Wan Chi?
Wan Chi, yeah.
Oh,
He's quick, that guy. by
He's
the
very
way.
good. All right, well, look, Arsenal still win, but by the skin of their teeth, they stay at the top of the table. And again, no goal
What was you
scorers for
getting ready
Arsenal
to
in that
do?
game.
You was ready.
Oh,
mate.
we was all ready,
You don't
man.
wanna
You're ready.
I was
mate.
ready.
Do you know what we was
I know
ready.
him.
We
I
was
know him
ready.
because
Hey,
he's-
hey, I
he'd be-
actually, I never
he'd be cooking-
expected anything
He'd be
from
cooking
this game,
something
so.
up. No, but you'd be cooking something up.
Oh.
None of us had any expectation. We all had
Did
this
you
as a
watch on-
banker. And
No, I didn't, because I just thought you'd win.
It's a waste of time.
I
I
Going
thought it was a
out.
waste of time, bro.
I said on the Saturday football show, I said, if by any chance, any means that you don't win this game, I'll be straight back here at 10 o'clock.
Sure.
So
I mean,
you
I
saved
was-
me
I
another
was in a
trip
pub
back.
I wouldn't have
Liverpool
blamed anyone.
fans
I wouldn't have blamed
when
anyone.
we were celebrating Wolves' goal. I'll be honest.
Would have been a
But
madness.
listen, 2-1
What about when we
to the
scored?
Arsenal?
You
we
didn't.
left,
Wolves
went
gave
home.
you all
Deleted all the
goals.
drafts.
I hate them. I hate them.
So much plans.
Bare drafts got
Bare
deleted,
drafts.
man.
So many.
Yeah, just took the dog
Just
out
killed
for a walk,
everyone's
take the
Saturday
head
night.
off it.
Killed everyone's happiness,
I know
Christmas
that.
spirit.
Big
Oh,
thumbnail
well
edit. Just had
And the
to
thing
just
is, you know what,
park.
right? We won the game and we're still vexed. Like it was,
know.
it's almost like.
Rice
Have you
Rice
ever had a
was
win
fuming.
that feels like a loss? That's what it was
Stinky
like.
performance.
Do you remember when
Yeah.
we beat Leicester 2-0 and they scored 2 own goals? And that Wout Fess. Do you remember
Wout
that?
Faes,
yeah,
Wout
Wout
Faes.
Faes.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it was 2-1. So again, they scored 3. And we
Pathetic.
only
Mad.
didn't even score.
Mad.
Shocking. But anyway, win for Arsenal. Let us know in the chat if you're an Arsenal fan. Do you actually care if you didn't score a goal, or is
In the
there
end, no.
problems that you need to talk about? Next up, we'll go Liverpool, and then we'll get on to cooking Miss Abby Summers, of course. But listen, I was at the game and I wanted to get in handy just to see the kind of body language of Mo in the warm-up, and obviously when his name gets rung out, what was the reaction like? I stayed right up until the final whistle to kind of film him, because I wanted to see what the reaction was between him and the fans. And I mean, no one remembered what Mo said after Hugo Ekitike smashes it past the goalie. Great assist from your boy Joe Gomez. You went to school with him, didn't you?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Assist.
to start the game in that fashion, and we haven't scored that early for God knows how long. And Ekitike, if you watch it back, he kind of takes the ball on the bounce and then just before the keeper's kind of set, it's through
on
him.
fire,
It didn't
he's
even
on
go
fire.
past him. It was through him, the goal. And then after that, some really nice, tidy stuff from Flo Wirtz, from Curtis Jones, who I think needs a little bit more credit for how well he's done coming into the team, almost keeping McAllister out. But we are doing this diamond at the minute with 4 central midfielders. So there was some really nice football at the start. Listen, they had a couple of half chances. Alisson makes a big save. A better team probably punishes us, and there's still issues there defensively. We can't be conceding these chances. But half an hour in, Joey G goes down. Bless you.
Thank you.
Joey G, Joey Gomez.
Joey G.
And do you know what?
Name, I'm not a Liverpool man. Name the names.
Joey
That's what we
G.
call him.
Yeah, but we
Joe
don't.
Gomez.
Joey G.
Ain't nobody
No.
like Joe Gomez. No, we
No.
were singing it 'cause he's having a
Bro,
great game.
bro,
And then
bro,
he goes down.
bro.
And do you know what, Rob? He is the only player
Where's
on the
that one
pitch,
from?
in my opinion, that if he goes down and gets injured, the answer to that is Mo Salah coming on. And Joe Gomez goes down, and I'm going, right, he's going off. So Szoboszlai right back. We need a right. Mo Salah's about to come on here. And the noise when he came on was unbelievable. And straight away he should have scored. I don't know if you remember, the ball kind of breaks to him. He gives it to McAllister, who should be scoring. He does this incredible like right to left switch, and everyone's really on it. I mean, look, he finishes the game. He claps, does his clap of honour, gets the assist for Hugo Ekitike. Should have scored 2. Chiesa was doing everything he could possibly do
The
to
one
give him a
chance,
goal, bro.
Chiesa should have shot that one.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
should have
When he
shot.
scored on goal, he should have shot.
Should have shot,
Yeah.
but he
Facts.
didn't, and Salah should have scored. But again, there was a few half chances that made us a bit nervy. We don't score until fairly late on, and then we go into a 4-4-2. But look, was it the best performance we've ever seen? Absolutely not, but it's a clean sheet. You can never take a win for granted in the Prem, so I'm grateful for it. It's 2 clean sheets in a row. Massive week, beat Inter Milan and Brighton, and now we go again. But the reception that he got at the end, I've never sang Mo Salah that loud.
For his last ever game.
Potentially. and when you said it in the group, I was like, oh, it could be. But listen, let me tell you,
Send off.
we did a video for DR Sports. So after I go outside the cop and I'm saying, is that his last game? 90% of people said no. And look, he didn't wave in the
Said
clap
same
of
about
honour.
Trent, didn't they?
It's a
They
clap.
did.
They don't really
They
take
sort
If
of-
he
they
if,
sort of
if he
say
waved,
that.
there'd be
No.
a different kind of atmosphere. But in my opinion, he's saying, look, I'll see you in a month. He's
How-
tapping the badge. He's saying, I'll see you in a
No.
month. He will play for Liverpool
Let
again.
him.
The clap of honour.
Let him. Let him.
How consistent is that? Is that you noticed it this game, or is that a
No,
regular thing?
normally he
he'll
does
always
it
do?
to the cop.
Alright,
Like
yeah.
normally players obviously they hear the cop the
Yeah,
most,
yeah,
so
yeah.
they turn to the cop and they clap. He made a special point of starting at the Anfield Road end and going the
Oh,
whole
so
way
it
around.
seems to me
That's what
like
I
it's a lap
mean.
of honour.
It was a clap of honour.
Clap of honour to say thank you everybody, and good night.
I mean,
Well, he is leaving us for a month at least. So
Permanently, but
But permanent.
I mean, look, I don't know where this has come from. Where you think he's definitely
I
leaving?
don't
This
think
is a
anything.
fixable
I'm not a
situation.
journalist.
And obviously,
Words now,
Arne Slot in his
just
press
speculate.
conference on Friday,
Just
he said
speculate.
after this press conference, I'm going to speak to Mo. So whatever was said, surely it got to a place where you go on, get back in the bench.
He said,
Yeah.
you know what? Have your last game, have your last moment, because you don't know what's going to happen.
No,
over
because he
Africa.
didn't
So at
wave,
least-
Abby. If he was
at
leaving,
least-
he would have waved.
At
He
least
clapped.
you can have your lap of honour.
and the thing
if
is,
you
the
don't
guy
come
that
back,
does
you
that
can
big
give
bold
up.
like slot.
yeah,
He's
he's bold. Yeah,
He's
bold.
bold.
I'm gonna lose my job.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
say
yeah.
that's him. That's so
telling you.
Nah,
bad.
you're
That's
going
what
mad
Slot
for
was
that.
on,
You're
bro.
going crazy. For
Do you know what? I'm not a journalist, yeah. I'm just a rumour spreader and speculation starter, yeah.
That's what we
That's
are.
all I am. I don't know what's going on.
We spark
He might be here.
fires.
He might be here. He might not be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying
Time will
is,
tell.
all I'm saying
Time
is,
will always
you
tell.
never know in football. You know what I mean?
You
Yeah,
do
well,
never
what-
know.
what-
But I
Slot
think
or
this
Salah?
is, I mean, I've just literally spoke to a former Liverpool player. I can't say who it is. And he said, it's not even that bad what he's done. And I was like, he did throw the club under the bus. But if you make amends with the manager and you say sorry to the team, which hasn't been confirmed yet, but obviously he's done enough to get back into the squad, which he wasn't in on Tuesday. So, yeah.
Tell you what, right? For me,
I was happy with his contribution.
Him coming on that early and playing, it probably done Liverpool the biggest favour
Yeah.
ever. Because what I was thinking, right, is that if, say, for instance, he didn't get on in that game,
then then
imagine when he
speculation.
went away to
Yeah.
AFCON now, and the journalists over there start interviewing.
Asking
You know, the times a lot of
Yeah,
players
yeah.
when they go on international
They
break,
go wild and they say
they
what
go
they
wild.
want.
That's when they say.
Yeah.
That's when they say the madness, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's when, like, and I was thinking to myself, but now because he played that game, he might still get asked that question. But I think that's kind of,
Smoothened it.
Yes, I agree, Rob.
that's kind of.
I agree.
Pressure off Slot
if
massively
he
as well.
hadn't have come on, and I think that's probably why they even went to speak to him, because you don't want him going away.
On a bad note.
Yeah, because he's bound to get asked a question by
Sure,
journalists,
sure.
and you don't know what he.
And look,
you would not have known what he's going to say because in the past,
You won't be speaking to Norwegian TV this time.
no. What did you see when he walked past the mix zone again? He went with a big smile. He's like, not 2 weeks in a row. Come on, guys, too much. But listen, it was a good win. I think Ekitike has just shown. I mean, Stu, Parisian Londoner. He is rubbish. He is clumsy. Shut up. Yeah.
See? Look at that.
And I looked at PSG's top scorers to see, they can't be missing Ekitike. Let's see. Top goal scorer, 5 goals.
Yeah,
Ekitike's got 11.
Dembele's been injured
Barcola,
the whole
mate.
season.
Okay.
He's only got
Dembele's
2.
been- yeah, he's been
So
injured for most of it,
Parisian
yeah.
Londoner, hold that, you saucisson.
I'll be honest, Ekitike out of the because there was obviously the striker market.
He's the
in
best
Premier League.
striker summer signing
He's
so
been the
far.
best. He's been the best signing
Everybody
by
wishes
far.
they-
Arsenal wish they had Ekitike, by the way.
He would do
So
well.
did
Yeah.
He'd fit in
we-
perfectly.
We weren't
Yeah.
in for
Would fit well
Ekitike.
for
No, but
Yeah,
stylistically.
Yeah.
And bro,
Yeah, he would
he's
do
such
Arsenal
an
better than
athlete.
Gyokeres.
And
Yeah.
do you know
Yeah, I
what?
think
I counted. He should have had 4 goals in the first half. He missed that many
Right.
chances.
That's
So
not a good finisher. Then.
no, clearly he is. How
No,
many?
you just
How
said
many?
he should-
How
he should
many's
have scored,
Honey
yeah.
G
No,
got?
you just said he should have had 4 goals. He only scored
50%
2.
conversion.
Half chances.
Backtrack.
But what I will say,
So
Well, he should
Gyokeres
He
had one
should've.
chance, 50% conversion. Then you know what I mean?
He didn't score. Did he?
Exactly,
But he's on
50%
double
conversion
figures now, and
Oh,
that's
dear.
2 braces in 2 weeks
in the league.
In all comps. I think he's got 8
What's he in the league?
8 or 9.
6, I
maybe?
think he's got in the league, isn't it?
No,
Or
he
seven.
scored 4
7?
in the last 2 games, so I think it's 7 or 8 in the league now.
think he got
So
7.
he's got 7 in the Prem.
7, yeah.
Overall 10.
10.
surely now, because
Not
I rated
He's the
him-
main guy.
I
He's the
rate,
main
yeah,
star.
exactly. I rated him before he got there. I
relax.
said it was a good signing. I want him to come to
Stu
Chelsea.
didn't though.
But surely now Isak has to adapt to Ekitike, not the
I
other way
agree.
around.
Should
Because
be.
there's no way Ekitike can be in the form. He was in form before. Then he got suspended, I think, for taking his shirt off.
Yeah.
Then he missed the game. Isak came in, messed up his momentum. He's now in momentum again.
Mm-hmm.
If Isak comes back into this team, he's got to play. He's got to look at playing out wide. He's got to play.
Play him on the right now. So
Yeah,
no,
he's
Salah will be away for a
He's
month.
got to
innit?
accommodate.
With
Because
no
Isak's the one.
with
right,
no
and
Salah, what
Ekitike's
you
the
can
one
do
right
is a
now.
diamond with 2 up top, and
Yeah.
that's we've started games like that recently. I think with Isak, he came on 78th minute. We go to a 4-4-2. It was him and Salah up front. Again, another option that we can do. But for me, it's like I was happy with Wirtz's performance. Of course, I want goals and assists, but he was one of the best players on the pitch. But for me, Isak, it's like he looks knackered after one sprint. You kind of see him, he's won us a corner. You think, right, energy.
Yeah.
And he's hunched over, his arms are on his side, he's blowing. It's like something's got
Fernando Torres.
well, the Torres at the minute is Ekitike, not
No, I'm saying when we
OG
signed
Torres.
When we
Exactly.
signed Torres, and you know.
So there is a big question mark over him, and some of the stuff I heard on the COP wasn't nice about Isak. You know, he's rubbish, and we need to see. But I would like to see a world in which we can play them both, and they understand each other's game a bit more. But Ekitike is clearly the one who's making all the headlines at the minute.
Yeah, Isak hasn't even shown flashes really.
The finish
Like
against
Wirtz,
West
you can
Ham
say
was good.
there's one, but as in like overall sort of like a good 20-minute spell.
Yeah,
I don't think we've seen that yet.
Because what
from Isak,
happens,
which
he'll
is
get the ball from Wirtz or someone, and he might beat someone, but then he'll just get pushed off so easily, and you think, come on, we need a bit more strength here. And actually, we criticised Wirtz of that, but he was super competitive and aggressive on durable is the word on
And that's
Saturday.
because he didn't have a pre-season. He was
Well-
last year. He had strength for everything.
Yeah, he had no issues last
But
season.
the thing is with Isak, they called him up there, the Geordies, they said he's the killer man Isak, because what? He needs one chance, one goal, one touch. But we're not crossing it. We're not doing the early cross that Murphy was doing last season. We're not really playing him in behind, and he needs one. He should be the last touch of a move, and at the minute, he's involving himself too early in the move, and then not in the right place.
So you're
to
not
finish
playing
the
to his
move off.
strengths the same way Arsenal are.
Maybe,
playing to
yeah.
Gyokeres.
But again,
14 shots in the Prem this season he's had.
but you say we're not playing to
Wow.
his strengths at the
Why
minute. You've got to go. Well, he's the main fella, so let's play to his strengths. You know, Ekitike
Yeah.
at the minute, and try and have 2 in there at the same
TK
time. But
lad.
Yeah. The numbers are there. The readings aren't good.
No,
I'll be honest,
they're
14
shocking.
shots total, 3 on target.
shocking.
Well, we get more
Shocking.
game
He
time
didn't play
now.
for a lot. of
Yeah.
time, though.
Should
Yeah.
get more to game time now that Salah's going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
you spend that kind of money on a striker, you've got to
See your return.
see a return. So if you ever need to
100%,
move
man.
Ekitike out the way,
Yeah.
because he's send them over. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? We'll take
No,
him.
don't do that.
No,
No, we've
focus
already.
on Isak.
No, don't
You've
do
got
that.
2 strikers.
Gets confusing.
This guy's shameless.
Now they could take the lap.
I'd rather take Rory
The lap's an
Delap
easier
than Liam
backup
Delap.
to Isak if you think about it.
I'd rather
It's
have
easier
Rory.
to
Dude,
manage
get them
for
long
slot.
throws
So
in,
happy to
mate.
sit on the bench.
It's easier to manage for slot. It's
Yeah.
confusing
All
right
right.
now.
Well, Liverpool win, right, and it's a good result. 5 games unbeaten now, so a bit of
Cool.
respect.
Moving
Respect.
Yeah.
No, you're humble. The way you've spoken today tells me you're a humble
No,
man.
I have-
You've
I've had
come
to
from
be.
the trenches. You're
bro.
sick right now.
He
You could be
appreciates-
seventh
he
if
appreciates
they
I'm
win.
so grateful.
He's so grateful. Thank you
5
for
games.
thank you so
5
much.
games unbeaten in all comps.
God.
What
No,
about the
times
league?
change,
Not in the
innit?
Prem. Yeah.
No, the league. We've
Prem.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
we've not
comps.
lost.
All comps.
We've not lost. Oh, we've lost 6 in total.
Yeah,
every
Lost
season.
last
And-
bit.
and you've
So
got-
a bit of respect, yeah, for sixth
Yeah.
place. Relax yourself. man.
Penalty for you the other night.
Yeah, you're not getting no respect for
Yeah,
that.
that was a
Sixth
pen.
place.
It's a
Sixth
foul
place
anywhere else
champions.
on the pitch.
Yeah.
So
And you've got,
our goal should have stood as
The,
well.
cha-
if
the
you're
champions
doing
in
that.
sixth place. They want respect. Where are you
Yeah.
in the Champions
Listen,
League?
don't try and twist up my words like that.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
saying we've not
Bit of
lost in
respect.
5. You've lost
Bit
in
of
the last
respect.
5. You've lost in
Bit
the
of
last
respect,
5.
guys.
You've lost in the last 5.
We're
and so have
sixth,
you.
Respect.
right?
We're doing
Bit of
bits.
respect.
We're
Guys,
trying to turn it
respect us.
around.
We're
to start,
sixth.
to start the cooking. Unbeaten in 6. Unbeaten in 7 because you got Tottenham next at home.
Well, okay. Oh, all right.
Well,
Well, let's
sorry.
get on to Tottenham.
We'll get
shall
on
we?
to it. We'll get on to
Please,
it.
A couple
We'll get
super
on
chats.
to it.
Super
Right.
chat.
Segue.
Abby's gonna have to hold it
you
and wait a
know.
little
Sorry,
longer.
yeah, I know.
Segue. Natural segue.
No,
I love a
nice,
good
Nick.
segue.
Fantastic.
Right,
from
come on
you.
then.
No, it's a couple
Let's
super
go.
chats.
Super
and then we'll
chats
get into it.
first.
Oh, okay.
Meanwhile,
Let's
I
do
love
it.
how production gave me 2 Arsenal cushions.
Yeah, yeah,
Why have you
That's
left
a
that there?
disgrace.
yeah.
Surely.
Because I'm too small.
Yeah, but
And
So then
she-
I
and
like
she's
go down here.
sitting on
and-
Arsenal.
Yeah, and if I
Yeah.
get to put my
That's
disgrace.
Arsenal, isn't it?
Right,
Yeah,
above
Pilates
my-
and that.
Even more.
Gotti17 says 2 OGs is not a sign of champions. It's a bottling incoming. Tanishk says this Gyokeres stuff is
Sound
getting
hurting.
embarrassing. And this is what Arsenal fans do. They're all what about men, aren't they? So they go, what about Sesko? What about Cunha?
about when-
What about João
what
Pedro?
about-
What about Isaac? Ekitike has been better though, fair enough. And Abby, Richarlison recently. How about win a game when he takes his shirt off? Okay.
How about win a game, guys?
Thomas Train lost in the Forest. Choo choo blood, says
Oh,
Vishenham. Big him up.
X killed me.
Jakey.
He said when I said chew chew, I didn't mean chew your chewing gum. He went that wasn't what I meant.
Not great.
He made me laugh.
Did Ekitike look at his jersey and think, I need to get back-to-back braces? 2 and 2. Yeah, well, it's 4 and 2 now. Big him up. Hugo is bossing, he says. JQ right now. OM3 says, didn't realise there was another NLD this weekend. Just on pathetic performances, though. Spurs having dunked 3 on them. Normal game week, to be honest.
Okay.
But what about Arsenal? How do you win 2-1 and not score once, man? Early Christmas gift.
It's called pressure.
Pressure makes diamonds. Or doesn't.
Flat tires.
Abby is responsible for 50% of Wolves' points tally.
Correct.
Yeah, because you lot drew Wolves as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, you did.
Paulinho.
And it was
Yeah.
a last-minute equaliser from Paulinho.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
They celebrated,
Yeah.
ran into the stands.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And do you
Away
know
or-
what?
Yeah, remember that?
Home.
Remember that? Paulinho, yeah.
Paulinho diving into the
yeah,
crowd.
yeah. You got the
Yeah.
He thought he
cheek.
was still at Fulham.
Do you know what? A triangle still has more points. Unfortunately for
That was
Wolves.
such a dad joke.
Yeah, but it works.
So-
Lazy Rich 94 says, Abby, are you okay? Would you tell us that you're okay? Because you've been hit by you've been struck by a smooth Sean Dyche.
I'm okay.
Good singing that.
Callum
MB Muay Thai. Someone to remind Abby that 50% of Wolves came from who this season? Mic drop. We know. We just said it. Question for the panel. Is Villa a contender? We'll get onto them shortly.
No, they're
Law
not.
Free
They're gonna
says,
fall
can
off.
we stop being hypocrites? Last season, Liverpool won against Leicester due to 2 own goals by Wout Weiss, as I've just said. The game ended 2-1. Expected this. There will be games like that. Toby Vicario, what a baller. You can't see wins, Abby. AO says, Robbie, we need another performance from you and KG against expressions on the best of enemies. Big up everyone on the panel, as per usual. P.S. Thanks, Matisse, for robbing Garnacho from us. Moi. Mark.
He had a few.
I said it.
Yeah.
I said
Kings
what I
of
said.
London. Reese Lewis James played as an 8, as a lone 6, wing back, full back, you name it, he can do it. In Jose's voice, respect, man, respect. And
Do it during the week.
that's Reese James. But we must get to Nottingham Forest. The fact that you are not wearing a sausage outfit is quite
No one gave
disrespectful.
you
To
one.
be fair, I mean it should just be waiting at the door. Whoever's lost takes it. Whoever's lost heaviest takes it and wears
It's
it.
your thing.
Mr. Marinakis obviously didn't want to
What a
do
guy.
business with Spurs in the summer.
Right, what do you
Morgan
want,
Gibbs
Ronnie?
White
Come on.
plays. But we're looking
Yeah.
at 2 Callum Hudson-Odoi goals. The first one, massive mistake from Archie Gray. I actually felt sorry for him. He gets 2.
I
Sangare
felt sorry for him.
scores. He gets 2 assists. I mean, that is shocking, Abby. That is absolutely
Your boy
embarrassing. And
Archie.
obviously, a lot of people right now are calling for the manager to leave after 1 shot on target. Do you agree with them?
Yeah, no different to what I said a few weeks ago. No difference to what I said.
Careful, Rob. You don't want to knock on the door tonight, so just put that away if I was
exactly,
you, mate.
you know.
I know you're the Don, but
Pretentious
he's.
guy.
No, he's the Don.
He
is the
he is.
Don.
Marinakis is the Don.
Oh, now you're backtracking. Okay, that's good.
Okay, let's start with Vicario. Okay, now I understand Archie Gray. Many a player when you're a 6 receives the ball in that position. Fine. Could he anticipate it
pass
better?
it to him.
Could he scan it better? Yes, he could. However, his back is to the rest of the pitch. Vicario's got eyes. He's looking out. He does these passes quite often. To be honest with you, to Romero or Van der Ven or whatever. Vicario can see what's going on. Okay. Don't play him that pass. Why have you played him that pass? You can see he's being pressed by Sangare. Maybe just don't put him in that position.
Say to trust your players.
He's done that, but it's a stupid ball. It's an idiot ball to play.
Bobbling,
So
it's nasty.
Vicario's played him that ball. Whatever. Gray's lost it. I give Gray about 40% of the blame there. 60% of that is
could
on
have played it on
Vicario.
the first time.
Could have,
Yeah,
100%. Yeah, so Vicario doing what always does, shouty, mouthy keeper. Why don't you focus on your own game? Because you're not very good, mate. The second goal, lobbed. Positioning, terrible. He's the type of guy that will blame everyone else, shout at everyone else, and never wants to look at himself. The one thing I will say, which does kind of contradict that, is that when we do lose, he does always come out in front of the media. Fine, fair enough. He's got a bit about him that he does that. But as a player, he's not very good. And he's very lucky the fact that there is Kinski on the bench, and Brandon Austin. That's it. He's not really being pressed for a
Why
starting
doesn't
position.
Palhinha start in that game?
Well, he started Bentancur. Because we've now gone to decide, and we've now realised that in his 4-2-3-1 formation or whatever he's going for at the minute, that he's not going to play Palhinha and Bentancur together because you've got no movement, you've got no legs. So in the last few weeks, he's opted for a Gray over a Bergvall. I would prefer a Bergvall, but fine. He's opted for those two because at least you've got some movement off the ball. Sometimes he goes bizarre. He did it, he went with Gray. I'm fine with him not playing Palhinha and Bentancur, personally. I'm fine with that. One is more than enough. If I then move into midfield, I thought I barely saw Xavi Simons yesterday. I realised on the left-hand side there were so many pockets of space. I don't know whether or not that Xavi Simons was meant to be picking up those areas or who was meant to be helping out Jed. I don't know. But there was so much space in these pockets that in the first half I was like, we've got no midfielder. There's no one there. There's no one helping Jed. So at half-time I was like, surely he's going to make a change. Surely he's going to bring someone on and like just help pack out that midfield a little bit. Didn't make any changes. Until we were then 2-0 down. Again, reactive, not proactive. Boring. Then you have a look and see who's bringing on. He's bringing on Palhinha. He's bringing on Ben Davis. So I think the fan base lost their heads. The heads went to the moon at that point when they saw Ben Davis coming on. Nothing against him. Been a brilliant servant
He's
to
been
the
used
club.
as such a scapegoat over the
I
years.
will never use him as a scapegoat. I think
He's a club legend. He's been there about 12
steady.
years.
He's been a
come
very
on.
loyal, good player
Legend.
for Spurs.
Ben
and
Davies.
Oh, that's the level, Rob, isn't it?
Ben
That's
Davies.
the bar.
Well,
it's
you
a
should
low
shut your
bar.
mouth. He's
Ooh.
never,
Oh,
ever.
Samsung TV, we don't.
Not on Samsung
Slow
TV.
it
We
down
don't
there,
do that
Abby,
to our
right?
audience.
Let's take it down a notch.
She's rattled.
I can't
Goodness
swear, lads.
gracious.
I can't swear.
Rattled.
So I'm trying to get that picture off the screen as well of me jacket. Anyway,
I like that jacket.
everyone keeps saying, when am I going to
Where
wear
is
the
it?
jacket? Oh, I'll wear it. I'm going to wear it to the Christmas party on Thursday, okay? I'm going to wear it. So...
She's
Yeah,
lost her train
bring
of
on
thought.
bring on Ben Davis, who I have nothing against, but realistically, when you're substitutions, you're trailing a game 2-0 and you're going to bring on Ben Davis? Like, why? Why? Then you've got some attacking options on the bench. You've got Tell there. You've got Nodebert there. You've got
Tell,
Brennan Johnson. Like, yeah, they're all stinky,
Yeah.
but surely you're chasing him. You're 2-0 down. Then you make the changes again after being 3-0 down. There was just nothing about us, which I say every week, nothing about us up front, nothing about us in the middle. And I honestly, I said this yesterday at work, what am I buying into here? You have to give me something. You have to give the fans something to buy and lock into. The style of play. What am I watching? There is no style of play. We're just terrible. It looks like 11 men just being sent out there and just walk in, being run through. No patterns of play, no aggression. Just there because they've got to pick up the pay packet. There's nothing good about that Spurs team. And I look at the manager and I know, I have said, and I know that he is a good coach. I know he's good when he's given time. I've seen what he's done at Brentford. We all have. Player
You
development.
ain't Brentford, though.
This is where I'm going. Player development is very important, and that's great. He's done it. He did a brilliant job at Brentford. The expectation is way lower at Brentford. If we're talking about a Brentford or a Brighton, a club that you will get given time, Spurs can't give you time after finishing 17th last season. And I see people calling for Ange. You guys have forgotten how bad it was under Ange. But what I do get is they're saying, well, at least we tried. At least we attacked. At least we
there
did
was an
something.
ID.
At least there
When
was.
you finished 17th.
a bit.
not really
I
much
don't
to
agree
say.
with that because I think we went so far away from whatever Ange Ball was last year. It wasn't that, and I'm like, all the focus went on the Europa League. Fine. Are you going to tell me that we're going to do the same again? All the emphasis is what going to go on the Champions League. Do me a favour. It's all going to go on the FA Cup. We'll probably get knocked out. So this hindsight of Ange, guys, stop. That's silly.
That stinks.
It stinks. We finished 17th. We lost 22 times, and yes, great, we got the Europa League out of it. But anyone could have beat that lot. We beat them 4 times last season.
Yeah.
So hold. Thomas Frank, I'm sorry. I want it to work. I want to be proved wrong, but I know I'm not going to be proved wrong. However, I don't know, because I know that's going to be the next thing out your mouth.
I'm going to ask something.
I don't know who would fix Spurs. The only person that I have ever known, or the only few managers I've ever known, is Harry Redknapp, Martin Jol, and Maurizio Pochettino. So if you're going to say to me, you've got to keep Frank for the rest of the season, and you finish where you finish, and then Daddy comes home after the World Cup, bring me Big Daddy Poch home after the World Cup, I'll take it.
Oh, really? That's what I was going to ask. I was going to be
Take
like,
it.
if you have to suffer for the season with Frank,
Suffer.
and then
Do you know why? Because firstly,
who's the
we
interim
have a
gonna be? Ryan
connection.
Mason?
We have a connection. And if you go and ask most Spurs fans, they'll say to you, there is not one bit of connection, I feel. Go and ask Fuad. Because Fuad was actually Fuad was not happy last night, but Fuad was one of the ones that was like, I like Thomas Frank, bring me Thomas Frank. I see what he's done at Brentford. I see it. He's over the experiment.
A lot of you wanted him.
I didn't want him. I've always said he was not my first choice, but I'll give the guy a go. I don't know what other style of manager can do anything. I've had every style. I've had every single Pokemon. We've caught them all, okay? Every single one. So the only one that I know that will get given time because of the track record, a style of football that we will all be happy with as fans, and one that we trust to be able to do something with a lot of nothing, is Pochettino. So if I have to ride out this season again and finish somewhere in mid-table or 17th again, I will do it if I know that that's who's coming back.
I'd love to see him back there personally, because the criticism that he's got from the US and what he did at Chelsea,
rightfully
it
so,
just
by the
feels
way.
like a good downward trajectory that he's on. And then if he goes to Tottenham and he just
won't.
that whole fairy tale just
won't
ends
it?
there,
Yeah.
then they won't know where to turn next. But in all seriousness,
Let me tell you, if that doesn't work, I don't know what I'll do with myself.
Exactly.
I actually don't.
What
'Cause
will you do?
He's the only thing.
it's all you got left.
He's all I've
all
got.
you've got
When
left.
you've gone through every single type of manager, you've gone through the Contes, you've gone through the Joses, you've gone through the
you know what
project
this is
managers,
like?
you've gone through the rock and roll football.
This is like,
What can I
if
do?
neither of us are married by 35, we'll get
We'll
back
have a
together.
baby together.
Yeah.
And I think that's
this is
perfect.
what it is. This
Let's
is
do
you
it.
and Poch.
Let's
Like,
do it. Let's get
Tom
back
and
together.
You know
But-
what it is with Frank? Sorry, for me, with Thomas Frank, it's like why he was so good at Brentford is because I think his strength is looking at an opposition and going, right, this is how I'm gonna plan and set up my team to counter what they're good at.
Why can't
Which
you do
is
that
why,
with Tottenham?
Because Tottenham, you're often going into games as the favourite. The opposition manager will often do what Thomas Frank used to do in terms of preparing for the opposition game, which is why when he first came, PSG, he planned how to play against PSG. Man City, he planned how to play against Man City. But in games where you're expected to take it on and take the game to the opposition, his plan A isn't good enough.
So he can
And it was
only-
the
he can
same
only
thing at
be-
Brentford, because he wasn't good against lower side or promoted or relegated sides at Brentford anyway. So I don't know, like he just hasn't figured it out. He's more planning to play.
Yeah, but then
against their
that
weaknesses.
just shows you that this is not the right fit of
Yeah,
a manager. I
potentially,
said it
potentially,
I said it probably end of October time that this is in grave danger of becoming another Nuno situation when a manager is a good manager, a decent manager, but just the job, the club, all of it, the expectation is too big for him. And he's meant to be a great tactician. I ain't seen no tactics whatsoever. If you can only perform against big teams, but we haven't.
Start of the
Sorry,
season, yeah,
look
start
at
of
us
the season,
against Chelsea. Look at us against Arsenal. What am I clinging on to? A good performance against PSG, which inevitably we bottled anyway, and a good performance against City, who concede all the time anyway, and City, who were just kind of starting off the season a bit rocky. Like I've got nothing to cling on to, and I'm sorry to say, it's time for you to go, mate.
You badly
He's got to go.
outside the manager. You badly need Madison.
Back and
So-
Kulusevski.
I think Madison
Solanke.
more than Kulusevski, because it feels like Simmons. He doesn't really have anyone to like play off. Like there's no combination play there.
Yeah.
And Kudus seems to be like, I'll do it all myself. He's more of a
Head
ball,
down.
ball carrier. Yeah, head down he goes. Madison. It's actually very similar, I think, to the Foden Cherky thing, which is Foden likes to take the shots. Simmons was known for taking some decent shots. And you don't have anyone to fizz the ball into him through the lines. Your midfield is very flat. There's no good passing in there. And Madison would just bring a little bit more ingenuity in
I
there,
was
just a
going
little
through
bit more
their team,
creativity.
right? The team that played on Saturday. You hear a lot of excuses from Spurs. You know, why are they so bad? Vicario, well, I don't rate Vicario.
Yeah.
But the back four, Porro, Spanish international, Romero, Argentinian international, Van der Ven, Netherlands, and Spence, English and international. Bentancur, Uruguay international. Gray, all right, young kids, but up and coming.
London Awards.
Come with a big reputation. Winner of the London Player of the Season.
Yep,
right?
Abby's favourite.
And then they got Kudus, top player, Kudus. Simmons, very expensive acquisition.
Dutch international.
Right? Kola Mawani, right?
I'm not even on
Kola
Mawani.
Mawani was £80 million.
80 million asset.
He got
to
sold
PSG.
to PSG for. And up front, Richarlison,
Brazilian
who's,
international.
Brazil's striker.
Yep, number 9.
Why are you so bad?
Why are you so bad?
Why with that team? With that
Tell
team?
was a
Why?
wonder kid, Robbie. Tell was a wonder kid at Bayern.
Yeah, why are you so bad? Why?
It's
not like
Why are you so bad?
Why are you so bad? I don't know why
Why are
they're
you so
so bad.
Because
Twat
I
is
don't
crazy.
understand how
It doesn't
that
make sense.
team.
Yeah.
Guys,
That's why I look at the back four and I
are
think
bad.
you got good centre
they're
backs.
so bad,
You got good
Why
full
are
back.
they
I get it.
so bad?
Apparently, they have good centre backs. Van der Ven is not a good box
personally think their
defender.
centre-backs are good.
You gave me
Van
my
der Ven.
best
I think
thing.
they're centre
yeah,
backs.
I'm
A
just
dog
saying,
at
I'm
left back.
about Van der Ven
Porro's a
here.
wing
Van
back.
der Ven.
Spencer.
She's clashed.
I don't
She's
know.
clashed again.
Why?
She's clashed
Why are
again.
they so, you know?
I think they're missing someone in midfield that can really create from deep
Of course.
and find attackers in good areas.
Oh,
I think
just
their
get on the
midfield
ball.
is
It's
very
like,
flat.
yeah, just
It's
get on
very
the
flat.
ball.
I tend to
Everyone.
believe, like, look, I know that a lot of these
Curse.
players are average, and I've said that to you loads of times. I reckon there's probably
No, but there's a lot of players there that are not average.
yeah, that's what I was about to say. I reckon there's about 6 or 7 good players at Spurs, like very good players, okay, and then there's a lot of average and crap around them, okay. And I think when you look at the front area of the pitch this season, obviously I'm not using the injuries anymore as an excuse, but they're not good enough. The players at Tottenham Hotspur are not good enough.
Kudus.
Whether it's Kudus, it's been okay,
Well, he's one
but
at
the
the
thing is
top
we're
end.
not going to get on to Kudus because we like the signing of
Xavi
Kudus.
Simons.
Xavi Simons wouldn't be. Look, Xavi Simons has been a little bit more physical in the last
lot
few
of teams
weeks.
wanted him.
Of course, let me finish. He would have been a very good option to embed himself over the course of a season. But because there's been no Maddison, because there's been no Kulusevski who can play in a 10.
He wasn't even playing Madison last year.
He was injured, Rob.
No, but even when he weren't injured, he weren't starting
That's
games.
true. That is
At
true.
Does it make you feel
He
better?
wasn't starting.
Because
Was he starting?
Kulusevski
Was
could go in the
starting
10.
games?
Most of the time,
Maddison
yes.
was not starting.
He had a long-term injury. He was out for months and months and months last year. Kulusevski was out for months and months and months as well. They haven't been. No one's been available. No one's been fit.
Got enough there.
So Solanke,
to do-
where's he been?
You know what it is, yeah? A lot
Where
of these
are
players,
they?
I feel like a lot of these players are like either one good batch of form away from
Yes.
being a good player and one bad batch of form
Correct.
away from being a really
So
bad
what
But,
player.
when you,
about that with
It's-
Tottenham?
but look at the rest of the team. When as soon as you go away from maybe like your first choice 11, like who could do all right, you go into like this pit of nothingness, and there's so much nothingness at Spurs, and that does come back on the recruitment. Would I love to say in an ideal world I'd give Thomas Frank time? Yes, but I can't see anything that points in any direction that would want me to give him time right now.
I personally give him a lot of time.
Same. I'll give him a lot of time. I've got a lot of time for Thomas.
I've got a lot of time for Thomas.
A lot of time for Thomas.
Frank Engine, man. Choo, blood. Yeah, I'm told, man.
Signal
this guy's
failures.
At the start of the season, all these Tottenham fans were bigging him up. Yeah, look, I like the way he
Beating
sets
you in
up.
Hong Kong.
He beat us in Hong Kong. How he sets up. Look at the game against PSG. He sets up brilliantly, right?
He did in
Guys
those
are-
games. I don't
now
know
you
what's
now you're
happened.
realising what we all knew, right?
Oh, because you
That
knew it.
he's
You had
not-
your little crystal ball out, and you could see this was going to
I
be
told
so
you.
bad.
I told you he's not at that level. He's Brentford. Yeah, that's good. It's a different, like you said.
Yeah,
there's the,
it's jump.
Tottenham.
This is the thing. When
Listen,
Poch
Tottenham's
was
a
at
different
Southampton,
pressure.
he played front.
Of course, it's a different.
It's a different pressure when you play. The
time.
point that you made is perfect,
It is,
right?
yeah.
In that, you know,
But I don't know why I
when
can't do
you
it.
go to a team like Tottenham, the fans and everybody expectations is that you win games, and that you're not only that, you're on the front foot against teams. So like when they came to the Emirates,
Yeah.
and I saw how he played, I'm like, I was just watching the game. I'm thinking, yo,
It's just soft.
Tottenham
All of
fans are
it's
going to be
soft.
fuming
Soft.
because
It's soft.
it's a bit like when I watched that Newcastle Sunderland game.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
thinking,
Nothing.
how are you on the
Yeah.
back foot against Sunderland?
Yeah.
So the expectation is different. At Brentford, you can go and even if you lose 2-3 games in a row, it's under the radar.
Yeah.
I will get back. When you're at a team like Tottenham, with the expectation of the fans and the size of the fan
Well, do
base,
you know
and
what?
that,
I think-
they want man on the front foot. He was not a good. That was the wrong appointment. That is the that's
know
the
whose
appointment.
appointment that was,
If you
if that
brought him in
was-
halfway through the season and you're struggling and say, "Yo, just get us back," like what with the Nuno, get us back on an even Kiel or whatever. But to start, that's not
How
a
many?
manager for
How
Tottenham.
many
I
wrong
knew it wouldn't
appointments?
work.
How many wrong appointments can you make? We have had
Many.
We've had. I've actually lost count of how many managers we've had.
None of them has worked really.
Well, since Poch,
Redknapp,
Mourinho,
Poch.
Conte.
Redknapp, Yo, Poch. That's it.
Even I was
In your life.
In my life.
Wow.
In
You
my
know,
lifetime.
when I was over in
I love
Abu
Redknapp.
Dhabi, I met Ramon Vega.
Yeah, Ramon's
Right?
not happy
and
this
he
morning.
and he was saying to me, he goes, I don't rate Frank. He goes wrong. He goes.
Wrong
He
choice.
said even when Poch was there, he goes, I knew what we're gonna do. I knew the style. He goes, well, this guy, I don't know what style he plays.
Yeah. All right. Well, look.
What is the style?
We'll carry on
I
talking
don't
about
know, Rob.
Spurs,
Losing.
on Monday when they play again.
Who
There was
they-
a,
Ooh, Liverpool.
yeah.
Liverpool
Tottenham,
Saturday.
Liverpool Saturday. Yeah. We'll do a preview for that on
What do you
Thursday.
reckon?
Ab, if you
Are
don't
you not
mind.
coming to the watch along?
What do you reckon?
You're not coming to the
I've
watch
got to
along?
go Everton, innit?
Oh.
What do you reckon?
Well, we'll get on to that Thursday. We'll do that.
Don't know,
Thursday,
save
Rob.
it. Can you just let me
Save it,
calm
we'll save
down?
it. Yeah,
Let me
let
calm
her
down.
just relax for
Let
a
me
bit.
relax for a bit.
Sunderland 1, Newcastle 0.
Matty
Big up to
Brennan.
Up
Nick
the Mackhams.
Voltemada with an absolute rocket of a header.
Great
was he
header.
doing?
Right.
Do you think he thought he was actually aiming for his goal?
Yeah.
Well, that's what Laurie
That's the
said on the
best-
stream
Actually
yesterday.
did.
That's the best own goal I've ever
It's
seen.
up there with Ian Dowie's. Do you remember his own goal where he heads it in the back?
Because he even
for-
directs it, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
Because what it is, right? He's not used to defending crosses. He's a striker, so the ball comes in, and he's almost like it's actually Malik Chow's fault, I think, because he needs to communicate. I've got
yeah.
this.
Yeah,
I'm
don't
a centre
touch it.
back. My body position is perfect.
Yep.
It's coming in. This is me. But he's so desperate to kind of his body position is 100% wrong as he goes to head the ball. When it went in, part of me was like, "Oh well,
a great
wait,
header.
it's an own goal." I could not believe it. And do you know what? The Sunderland fans will never, ever, ever, ever let him forget
No.
that he won them the first time we're Derby in 10 years.
Do you know what was so
It's
good when they did
unbelievable.
the team picture at the end? You know,
Ah,
they
yeah.
copied
that was
Newcastle.
good, that was
Such good.
Do you know what?
Such
Newcastle
good
hold
housery.
that. Yeah, they can hold that.
You know
Matty
what,
Renton
right?
Yeah,
hold.
Matty Renton,
Matty
hold that.
Renton,
Definitely a
because
big
he
one.
was
Running
running
his
up your
mouth.
mouth. And you
Yeah,
know what
man.
as well? You know what was the sweetest thing about that game yesterday, right? And I love Newcastle fans, right? Because I do love Newcastle fans. But seeing them up a tier,
Hold.
right? Having to hold
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
right
hold.
at the top,
Hold,
like what
hold,
we have
hold.
to do every time we go to your ground was brilliant, right? Right at the top. Can't even see them on the apart from when they pan to them. Yeah, that's what we have to go through when we go to your place. Get them down below. But no, that was an old school derby. I watched the
Shocking
game.
quality,
Good.
really,
No
though.
quality.
Yeah,
Thank
to
God
it.
there was other games on at the same
Thank
time.
God.
There's no quality to it, but it's
No.
just guts and
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed the game because even though there was no quality, it just was the atmosphere, just everything about
Yeah.
it. That was a derby game.
And who would have thought, right? We're on December the 15th. Sunderland is 7th, guys. They're 7th.
Deserve to
And
be
you
seventh.
have to give so much credit to the
Deserve
manager,
to be.
Reggie Slebri. Listen, quality-wise, not much. They wanted it, obviously, a little bit more than Newcastle. Newcastle, let me just see how many shots on target they had.
Poor, man.
2 in the end. Elanga was awful.
Very poor.
You know the
Gordon.
thing is though, Eddie Howe,
Shocking.
how are you going to Sunderland
Got to play Joel
and you're
Linton.
playing so defensively? You won your last away game 4-1 at Everton.
Yeah.
You come in.
Got to go for
Could
it. a
not
bit more.
believe how they set up and how they tried to play it. Like,
Criminal.
I'm like,
counter-attack.
that's a Tottenham done the same thing when they came to the Emirates. I'm like, that's not going to be acceptable with your fans in a
Yeah.
derby game.
Yeah.
Plus, you're Newcastle. You
And
got
you're-
the better
yeah,
players.
They need to get up the table.
Yeah, and you got the better players. They showed Sunderland too much respect. No, their fans must have been absolutely
I
fuming.
think some of them want him gone.
Well, I heard that. Yeah, I heard
Yeah.
that, and you can understand why because that's
They
not
spent
that's
a
not
lot
a
of money.
performance
Yeah.
in.
They've wasted
You
money.
look at Willock, you look at your man from Aston
Willock,
Villa, what was his
Jacob
name?
Ramsey
Jacob
and
Ramsey,
Elanga.
40 mil.
Elanga.
Elanga, 50 mil.
Not good
Wissa-
enough.
Wissa's just obviously come on and
Yeah, he's been
started
injured.
things. Listen, yes, they've had some big wins across the season, but
It's the way they
the
set up.
table
They-
looks
they
horrible
set
for
up-
Newcastle right
they
now.
They set up to just
They're 12th.
catch on a counter attack. They set up like how
But
Wolves
they
set up
didn't even
against
do
us.
that, Rob. They
You know
didn't
what it
even
is
really
as well? I
hit
feel
them like
with-
that.
Like what got Eddie Howe and Newcastle up to where they have been so far was the intensity and physicality.
Yeah.
And with Champions League and Premier League football now, I don't think they've got the squad depth
Agree.
to keep going 2 games in a week again and again. They just haven't got it.
Last
But we
time
said
they
that
went-
last time they were in the Champions
we're
League.
seeing the
And they
same-
got the
we're
group
seeing
of
the
death
type of
and they
thing,
finished
yeah.
about 7th or 8th.
Yeah.
They fell
Yeah.
off
It's the same
massively.
situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also do feel for them because I think the transfer situation that they had in the summer where they were going for Ekatike, they were going for Mbuemo, they were going for Trafford, João Pedro, all these players, and they didn't get any of them because the top teams didn't really have the quality that they should have had over the last couple of years. So they had to go and double down and start buying teams in the middle of the table. Newcastle needed like just better players to come in the window. Elanga is not a top 4, top 5, 6 aspiration type team signing. He's
Well,
he's
they
a
paid the
counter.
fee.
Yeah, they
That's
paid
the-
the
that's
fee
the kind
because
of
they
fee
were
you would pay for
desperate.
that kind of player.
They were desperate,
course.
but you can see the quality. He doesn't have the quality to be in a team that's going to have more possession and dominate and open up low blocks. He's a counter-attacking player.
I think
so-
they were unlucky with the fact that like Jan Visser was injured for a long period of
Yeah.
time as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
But
Jacob Ramsey
and
as
they
well.
had injuries at the start of the season. I think that it's exactly kind of what you said. Like they're all right when they don't have to compete on 3-4 fronts. But when you've got Europe in that. The first 20 minutes of their game against Leverkusen, they were really poor. Actually, they grew into the game, but I think they can't manage that. But it's not good enough in a derby. I should know that you know.
No,
you don't
they're
put up in a
shocking,
performance
shocking
like that.
derby performance.
Last point as well, sorry, just before we move on. It's criminal that first derby after 10 years was a 2 o'clock kickoff.
Oh, don't
Along
even.
with 3 other games.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
criminal.
All the
That's
good
criminal.
games
It should have been
yesterday,
4:30.
we had a
'Cause
moan about this, didn't we,
Brentford
the other
Leeds
day?
were 4:30.
It was such a bad Super Sunday.
Yeah, not the best. Not the best day for
think
the
that-
Geordies or the
I
two
think
Army.
that derby games at that time because of the police.
No,
Yeah,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then you
Oh,
put one of the
fair,
other games as a
No, but start it at 12 then, and then you've got till 2 to have that game. Start at
And we had
12.
no 12:30.
I know, shocking. Anyway, Chelsea 2-0 win, quite comfortable in the end at home to Everton. 2-0 up at half time. Cole Palmer scores. He's
Yes,
back in
he's
amongst it. Pedro Neto with the assist for Malo Gusto's goal. An injury for Dewsbury Hall.
Not Dewsbury Hall. sorry.
So that's obviously, not good. But listen, you take them all day, won't you? A clean sheet as well.
Yeah. Considering the form that Everton were coming into this game, they were in great form. They were actually a point behind us, I believe. They could have gone ahead of us. So, and the first 10-15 minutes, they were very, very good.
Everton in great form.
Yeah.
Got beaten at home last week 4-1.
No, but in over the last 5-6 games, they're in good form.
Chelsea are good at home as well.
Yeah, but we've got a great record at home to them. Thankfully, we weren't playing at Goodison Park as well. But yeah, I think as the game went on, we just got stronger, man. And the manager's been getting a lot of criticism recently, rightly so, because of the decisions, the tactics in certain games. Atalanta, no winning 4 before this game. But fair play to them, they stepped up because there was a lot of pressure on them. If they don't win this game, they go into Newcastle away, which is notoriously always difficult. Villa at home, I think after that, it gets very, very murky. So big up to Gusto, man. He played in midfield, a position that a lot of us don't really want to see him in 9 times out of 10. Yeah,
Oh, you
because he
love
got a
having
goal
you
and
love having a
assist.
fullback in midfield,
Yeah, we
don't
love
you?
it. We love
Love
it.
it.
You know what I
Wasn't
mean?
him and Reece James kind of like
It was him and
interchanging a little bit?
It's bonkers, bro. But it worked like in this one. Reece James is ridiculous. He's a ridiculous footballer. He's picking up the ball in all areas of the pitch. He's doing everything that you ask of a midfielder. Passing forwards, both feet, creating opportunities, tackling, intercepting, winning duels. He's one of, for me, the one when he's like this, and he's been in form and fit for a while now. He's played 90 minutes 3 times this week. He's one of the most complete players out there. Like, there's nothing that Reece James can't do. You ask him to shoot. He had a free kick that was tipped over the bar as well, which would have been a banger. But yeah, an assist and a goal for Gusto. Great assist. Great finish from Palmer. Kind of sells the keeper. Sold him a dummy.
done
Sent
in
him
the
the
eyes,
wrong.
doesn't
Yeah,
he?
done
Yeah.
him with the eyes. He just adds elegance and class, man. He's like a level cut above everybody else on
sure.
the pitch when we have him on the team. He's just ridiculous. Just does little things that you're just like, yeah, not everybody can do that. Garnacho should have had a hat-trick.
Yeah.
The amount of
Yeah,
chances he missed, but again, I don't need to...
You've said your piece on him.
I've said my piece.
Yeah.
He's not a finisher. He's not
He's
a goal
not.
scoring winner. It is what it is. And yeah, Fofana. Big up Fofana and Trevor, man, because we've kept, I think, 5 clean sheets the last 6 with them starting at centre-back. I think we've got the most clean sheets in the league now. And if Fofana can play... he's playing every week now in the Premier League. He doesn't play midweek games. We're still managing him. But the level that he just brings in comparison to the rest is bonkers as well.
Sure.
So, yeah, man, clean sheets in the Prem, racking up, which is good, and back to winning ways.
Yep, brilliant result that for Chelsea.
What did you make, sorry, of Maresca's comment?
Yeah, I was going to say.
He always
48
wants
hours.
to skip on from Chelsea
Always
so
wants
fast,
to.
doesn't he?
Hey, we've got 7 minutes
I
left
know,
and
but don't
full
worry.
5
He has
games
no
to
Okay,
do.
we
questions.
spent 20 minutes on Liverpool,
Yeah,
which
no
was unnecessary.
questions.
Alright,
No,
we'll let it
just-
run.
Enzo,
Jason will be happy with that.
Talk to me about Enzo Maresca.
48 hours.
Maresca, he was actually calling out the board, I think, in his presser prior to post game, because he feels he didn't maybe... I think Chelsea, they're very quick to brief when things are going well. They're very quick to pat themselves on the back. Oh, the recruitment's been spot on. Well, because we're world champions and we're doing all the right things. We're going in the right direction. But then when the managers come under a little bit of fire because he's had a few bad results, I think he's just saying, hey, could you publicly come out and back me? Because at the end of the day, we built this team.
Good point.
Right? We're meant to be a unit.
Built this
It's
thing.
meant to be a project, right? And there is a lot of young players in. There's a lot of developing players. There's a lot of injury-prone players I'm managing. Absolutely, Maresca's got things wrong. He's made poor decisions recently where he shouldn't be making them. But at the end of the day, you can't just put it all on him when this is a wider issue, in my opinion, which is Chelsea continue to bring in a lot of young players in certain positions, whether it be up front with Delap, whether it be on the wing with Garnacho and Gittins. That does not add to the consistency to the team. On top of dealing with ill discipline and red cards, injury-prone players, and players that are Palmer, Caicedo suspended, and Cole being out for a long time. So I think he's justified to say, hold on a second, I've had a bad week, and suddenly I'm about to be sacked, or it sounds like everybody's talking about me getting sacked. I was second a couple of weeks ago. Like, it's a big job, I get it, but if you're not going to act like a Premier League winning club by signing top players in the market, which give the manager no excuse. We built a world class team, win the league or leave. You didn't do that. So there's gonna have to be more give and take. So
Cardiff
Well,
next, Newcastle away on Saturday as well.
Well, I know. So we, what, January the 5th, huh?
4th, Man City away.
We're still waiting.
You can wait. You wasn't here.
You weren't here.
You missed
ran
it.
away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You missed it.
What? Oh, you
Civil
proclaimed-
War we're doing now.
You proclaimed it
We're
last
doing
week.
Civil War.
You were waiting until January the 4th or whatever?
Well, we didn't feel like we had to after Leeds.
So
And
what are we doing
Bournemouth.
now? What are we doing now?
Civil War we're doing. There's
What's
the
this- what do you mean
in-house.
civil
There's
war?
in-house fighting, so I'm just dealing with that at the moment. So just bear with me.
Oh,
I'll
so
be back to you in a
He
minute.
wants more time.
So you
now.
still you want more
wants
time? Oh,
Yeah.
No, I don't
January the
know.
11th?
You could leave it at January the 4th, Man City away. That's perfect for me personally. I don't need to change that. I'm just saying right now,
All right.
I've gone from war to civil war, so I'm dealing with civil war.
Okay.
I'll come back to that.
All right,
in a
look
minute.
after them things.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
let-
yeah.
so
Busy,
January
busy,
the 4th.
man.
It's still on
Busy.
January the 4th.
Busy,
Come
man.
back to us
Alright,
on that
cool.
one. Crystal Palace 0, Manchester City 3. Do you know what? Up until Haaland scored, it was all Crystal Palace. We did it on the Sunday football show yesterday. What a cross from Nunes. What a header. I mean, that's what you pay the big bucks for, when you can head it back across the keeper like that. And then Foden again carries on this run
on
of form.
fire.
Another good goal for him. And obviously Man City reduce Arsenal's lead at the top again to just 2 points.
It was that before.
Yeah, it was that before. Yeah.
I know, but they've
Oh,
done
it's
it
5.
Oh,
back
right.
to that.
Yeah.
Pino and Adam Morton both hit the woodwork for Palace in that first half, and I think they were lucky not to be 1-0 down.
Palace
City.
never win after they play in
Thursday.
Europe, innit?
Gas
Never,
out,
ever,
gas out
ever.
second
You know
half.
what though? They were the
But they only played in
better
Ireland,
team.
Rob.
They were the better team.
They
though,
only
I have
played
to
in
say.
Ireland.
In the
on
first
Thursday.
half,
played
I
it.
think second half they just tailed off.
Fair.
But you know what? Man City are just too clinical.
Yeah.
Man City weren't creating
One
loads of
chance, one
chances.
goal,
Haaland's
Bosch.
had 2 shots. He's got 2 goals, 1 a penalty.
I mean, the header's a half chance,
the
really.
header is.
Yeah,
Can I just say,
It's a
Haaland's
joke of a header.
Haaland's aerial ability is ridiculous right
He
now.
gets up so high, innit? Like,
And it's got better.
it's mad.
And
You
the
can tell he's
cross as
worked on
well.
it,
I mean,
absolutely.
it worked against us when Haaland scored that header. So that's a big game for them. And, you know,
Big
a
win.
place where you can struggle at Selhurst Park. They've made it look like, well, in the end,
Cherky needs credit as well.
Cherky was
What
very
he
good
did
for the assist.
yeah.
Brilliant.
Him
Good
and Foden.
football,
He's
man.
in form now.
Are you worried about them,
Starting
Robbie?
to cook.
Because Foden, Cherky, Haaland, it's
yeah.
sinking. It's boys. I'm not even saying
So-
that as a troll.
so
So
it's
when
sinking
Jim
up.
was here
You
and he
have to
said,
be-
are you worried? You
It's
said
sinking
no,
up.
and now you are scared.
Yeah, but he's
No,
not
tell
here
it to
now.
him. Yeah, he's here. innit? Move that boy there.
It's
hurry.
sick- it's
No.
sinking up.
Listen, of course you've got to be worried because, like you said, they're so clinical. You know what I mean? Because, like you said, they do give up a load of chances.
For sure.
But if they get their chances, they're taking them.
take
So as long as they keep the, but I think it's gonna be really interesting. They got a difficult period coming up against teams that might take some of those chances they've got. You know, because they've got I think they got quite a hard January, February as regards.
Feels like you two
Yeah.
are polar opposites because their attack's pretty fluid. Yours isn't with the striker situation, but your defense is definitely better.
Yeah.
And theirs is leaky, so it's should be fun to watch.
Yeah.
Though, you
Okay.
two.
That's
Some
not
of the
fun.
other scores include West Ham 2, Villa 3. Fantastic performance again from Morgan Rogers after West Ham.
Yeah, what a goal,
Through
bro. That guy's-
Esri Konsa mistake. I mean, how he's, given that ball away inside of his own box. Mateus Fernandes scores the goal. And obviously Jared Bowen, Mr. West Ham, gets them ahead, but they throw away the lead and Villa come back again and leave it late. Brentford 1, Leeds 1. Big up Jordan
Hold on,
Henderson.
are Villa in a title race?
No.
Not in my opinion, no.
'Cause
why not?
Who said it? Did Jamie Carragher come out and say that or something?
Shouldn't they be in it?
Nah.
No, I don't
Yeah,
think
They've-
I personally am not.
They've
happy.
won.
they're
They've
massively-
been winning a lot of games in a row. And they've got a good side.
They're massively overachieving.
There's
for me.
always a team that
There'll
does
be a
this.
fall off.
Yeah.
You don't think they've got a good side though? I
They got a
think
good team.
I think
for
by the
top
end
four.
of the season,
they're one of the
I
better
think-
teams we played
for
this
a
year.
top
I'll
four
tell you
race,
that.
yeah.
I
Not for
think by the
titles.
end of the season it'll be a battle to get
Sure.
into top 4 and
Yeah.
stay there, not necessarily a given that they're even there.
Yeah,
For me
facts.
anyway.
Let us
I
know.
think the thing you start to find out is when you become the hunted.
Yeah.
So all of a
Yeah, of
sudden,
course.
teams, low block, this, that
Act
against
like
you.
you've been here before, though, man.
Yes, no, I'm saying with
For Villa.
So I don't know. Well, at the moment they're in the title race. They should be approaching it like they're in the title race, shouldn't
They'll
they?
take
They
it.
should
They'll
be.
just take it one game at a
Other
time.
scores: Brentford 1, Leeds 1. Jordan Henderson and Calvert-Lewin with the goals. Jordan Henderson with the Diogo Jota celebration as well, which was beautiful to see. Burnley 2, Fulham 3. Harry Wilson again, guys. How many
What a
times
vein
am I
of form
talking
the
about
boy's
this
in.
fella?
He's a baller.
2 assists and
Should've
a
kept
goal.
him.
I know. I
Cheaper
say it
than
all the
Wirtz.
time. Cheers, mate. And then obviously Manchester United go away to Bournemouth tonight. Quickly, round the table. I'll do the super chats and then finish. What is the score going to be, everyone, tonight?
So I don't know what to predict with United week by week, but I'll back the boys because I think Bournemouth will be expansive and we do better in bigger spaces. So I'll go 3-1 United. Why not?
Ain't it at
3-1.
Old Trafford?
It's
Yes,
at
sir.
Old
Oh,
Trafford.
at Old Trafford.
Old
Sorry,
Trafford, yeah.
my bad. Tough away trip for Bournemouth on a Monday, that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. 1-1.
1-0. I like that.
Have it.
Nah.
Bit of
course you'll
Iriola
do.
ball.
Of course, you
I'm
know.
actually going to go
Yes.
with United win.
United win
I think
2-1.
under the lights, Old Trafford.
Under
I
the
I think they'll actually win that
Under
game.
the
Sneak
mice
it
or
2-1.
the lights?
Both.
No, both.
Bournemouth
yeah.
not in good form either as well.
Yeah.
And Bournemouth, they won't go and low block. They'll have
No,
to go.
they'll try.
And I think that will suit United.
Yeah,
So
well, that's
absolutely.
tonight, and obviously on Thursday we can react to the cup games in the week and look ahead to some big fixtures this weekend, including Tottenham, Liverpool. Toby says, I hear Victor Groceries is the third choice striker behind Mourinho and Gabby Jesus. Is he going to score 20 goals like your brother told us, Uncle Rob? We'll see. Rename
In all
Best of
comps.
Enemies to Shrek and the Donkey. Says Path, big him up. As Arsenal fans, we need to discuss what our fight for every duel, defend every inch style is doing to our injury list. We keep losing players to injury in the first half of games. It's unsustainable, says Path Dave. Jesus said own goal to his teammates. Don't lie, Nick. Pavanjit says against Villa and Wolves, we put in a cross that flashed across the 6-yard box and Honey G was 5 yards behind the play. Stop the no service BS. Toon get the L for that blue top on Derby Day, says Alien gives man a beard. JX5 Marcheeks, you B-Tech Will Smith. How dare you have chest after a shocking week of Enzo ball. KMN says I will hear no Arsenal slander. I know at Bayern score. Big up. How many games Terry and Carvalho played together in the 04-05 PL? Football can be so poetic, says Pavanjit. The same fan base that was lapping it up when Isak went to war with Newcastle in the summer saw their own legend come out publicly to do a madness and divide the fan base. Ransom Bants exposed 1 hour to make a batch of cookies, and the Cookie Monster has 15 ovens working every day for 5 years. How long does it take Cookie Monster to make 6 million? We ain't got time for that, maths. We ain't got time for that. Big up Cookie Monster nonetheless.
I've got a C.
Yeah, no, me too. I
GCSE.
got D.
I
Hold,
got
I mean,
C.
pause. No Abbey sausage outfit is outrageous. VAR check, says Big Greg. I didn't deep how important pre-seasons were until Isak and Maka this season. But the good thing with Isak is it's a fitness issue, not a skill issue, says Chudy. Claver Abbey darling. When Spurs fans say Frank is out of his depth, what exactly does depth mean for Spurs? JB
Depths of
says,
hell.
I'm a Spurs fan, but we can't keep sacking managers. The issue runs deeper. The club has been mismanaged for years. We're not a top 6 club. Didn't AGT say the league's done if they got Isak? Everyone did. It wasn't just me. You said it. You said it.
No, I never said that. You
I
said
can
that.
get the clip up
said
of
the
you in the
league's-
restaurant
Got a rap.
in Knightsbridge.
I never said
Got a
the
rap.
league's
You said
done.
it.
Got a
You
rap.
said it.
I never
Got a
said the league's
I
done.
can find
Got
you
a
the
rap.
clip right after
I
the
think
show.
I
and
said
I'll get it
something
to you.
like, you should win it, yeah.
No, you
Most
said it's
of-
done.
most of us said it.
Robbie,
But you
don't-
said
don't
it
lie.
done.
Isak,
I can
do you know what I
find
mean?
the
Like,
clip. The
and
thing is
words.
with you. You
No,
can't
did I
find
use the
clip.
word the league's done?
Yes, you said it's a wrap.
Time.
You said it's a wrap.
Time.
And I've got the clip.
Time.
It's still in my
Got me.
phone.
Well, it ain't a rap now, is it?
Time.
Gusto was impressive
It's a wrap
against
for them, they ain't
Everton.
winning it.
Greg says the Liverpool-Leicester game was in 22-23. As an Arsenal fan, if you're comparing to this self-proclaimed best team in Europe, Arsenal team, 22-23 Darwizzy chaos. Liverpool, there's a problem. Can you all tell your feeling when you saw your team win a European trophy?
Unreal.
Robbie can't. I think Abby's analysis will look better in the sausage outfit. Brian says, I'm sorry, but Thomas does not scream tactician. Reese says, can Villa start using injuries as an excuse with no Martinez and Torres? That's true. Spurs' problem is how they recruit. Bale Wow says, Poch got carried by Kane and Son. There's nothing new at Spurs. Abby, no one ever tells you to get back with your ex because they're your ex for a reason. That's Poch to you, and it will hurt even more when he fails. Stop deflecting on Mikel's trophy famine to deflecting to Saudi straight after a loss. I guess this was the natural position for Don Robbie.
Saudi?
Couple
What?
to go. Polina should have started over Benton Core. Joss Wafflin says, Gen Z Abby on TalkSport. You said Frank's problem is aura. Is the problem Tottenham? The expectations are just too high for who they are.
Sorry, I need to clean this up. I said we're having a conversation about the type of personality that he was. You guys, you've got to watch the full clip. They were talking about the type of personality, and we were saying that like someone like Ange obviously fills a room and like all of that. And I said I don't want to sound like an Arsenal fan by saying aura, but he does have no aura.
No, he doesn't at the minute. Maybe in West
You've
London
lost your aura as well.
Last one, Dragon says, Wolves' result is what happens when you are fated to win the league. Rivals, tears, gaslighting, pain just makes it sweeter. Going to be a long season for y'all. Quickly before we end, the Lionel Messi appearance in India didn't end well.
No.
Ended in chaos. Yeah. And we've just seen Mo Salah has tweeted himself.
Ooh.
He's tweeted himself that he is now top of the list for the most goals and assists for a single club in Premier League history. He's just tweeted that.
What, he tweeted
He's overtaken Wayne Rooney, and
Okay.
he's flexing right now. So big him up. Just a quick reminder before we
Is
go.
that a reminder?
He's letting the
A
market
reminder
know.
to
That's a
who's
hold
he
that
saying
slot.
that to?
That's a hold that slot.
Maybe.
Slot.
Could well be.
And that's
Subliminal messages have
Before he goes
started.
to
He's saying,
AFCON.
by the way, here's my market value,
he
guys,
should
coming
flex
for me
that.
in
That's a big
January.
flex.
This is
Yeah,
my
yeah,
record.
Big flex.
Just to remind you, I
Exactly.
leave you with this.
Yes, that's what he's done. That's what he's done. Don't forget, guys, a quick reminder. Final one standing.
Breaking news!
Hey,
That's like
this
a mad way to
weekend,
dip to the
you
AFCON.
can't have Chelsea and Newcastle in it, but you can save them for a later date. And if you keep going through, if your team keeps winning that you pick, 100k. This weekend, I'll tell you what, we'll tell you on Thursday who we're going to pick because we'll be previewing all the games then. So make sure 3 o'clock Saturday is the deadline. QR code in the screen now to download the app. Hit the link below or search for the William Hill app in the store. It's completely free to play, 18 plus, UK and Ireland only. 40s and Cs apply, all in the link below. Right, I've been AGT.
So hold on, just before you go there. So what did he say?
He just did the graphic.
Yeah,
He's
it's just a
top.
picture.
It's just a picture.
Which ain't that bad. I thought he actually wrote like
No
tweets.
way.
That would be
He-
bad.
he-
That'd be
No,
weird.
he was like, I am the greatest.
Yeah, yeah.
ever played.
Like most, I mean, he's right. He has
No,
got
the
most
picture's
He
fine. The
retweeted
picture's
that.
fine. Yeah.
No, he
It's just
put
the
it
picture,
up
the
himself.
graphic. He just put the graphic up. Right, I've been AGT.
He's a
That's been
cheeky boy,
amazing.
our Salah,
I'll say
isn't
your
he?
name properly this time, because you deserve it. Good show, Robbie.
I always
Big up
deserve
Abby,
it.
and big
Thank
up
you.
Nick stepping in for Flex as always. Don't forget, we'll be back on Thursday, 12:30, for much more of the same. But until then, hold that, Abby, for losing 3-0.
Cheers.
Hold that.
Breaking news. We bring you this broadcast because something big is happening.
How big are we talking?
Yes, we are here and the storm has arrived. It's massive. It's big.
No, Abby, it's the 100k prize pot to be won.
Final one standings, 100k prize pot, and you can win a share of it.
Well, yeah, that is big.
That's right, Flex. The deadline for this is December the 20th at 3 p.m. It's free to play. It's 18 plus. It's UK and Ireland only. Always gamble responsibly. T's and C's apply. That's all from us in the studio.
100k is up for grabs.
Abby needs to sort her hair out.
Looking
doesn't she?
rough. Storm's got to her.
So rude.